What is up, guys? It is the Blue Bloods here, back with another video, man. Listen, our YouTube content has kind of slowed down over the past few days. Man, go check out our website, thebluebloodspod.com, for all our other recruiting content, man. The website's really picking up. So shout out to all you guys. Follow us on Twitter at the underscore Blue Bloods. Also, Instagram at the underscore Blue Bloods as well for all that content there. Links to our articles and everything. Our FCS All American list drops next week. Shout out to y'all, man. Y'all have helped us grow so much that multiple FCS schools have already said they're going to recognize our All American list next to Hero Sports, Athlon Sports, FCS Stats, Perform, all those other All American lists, man. So shout out to you guys for that. But we got a huge commitment here for Alabama A&M that we have to talk about today, and it comes in the form of 6'7". You heard that right, 6'7", 285 offensive tackle Christian Anderson from Lithonia, Georgia. Played at the University of Chattanooga at the FCS level for 2 seasons, redshirted both years, one due to COVID. But he comes to Alabama A&M in a huge pickup after they lost multiple offensive linemen from the team last season. They had some holes coming in, even with all the transfer pickups. And this is a guy who's going to come in and offer immediate size, athleticism, physicality, and he's going to bring a lot to the table. I'm very, very excited for this pickup here. And when you look at Christian Anderson, coming out of Cedar Grove High School, he played there his senior year. He played at Rockdale High School for his first 3 seasons, transferred to Cedar Grove in Georgia at the 8A level. His senior year was an all-region selection at the offensive tackle spot. Also did track and field for 2 seasons as well. Came to Chattanooga, man, with a lot of hype behind him. He redshirted his first year in 2020, 2021, and then he redshirted in 2021 due to the COVID eligibility exception. So he's coming to Alabama A&M with 4 years of eligibility left, and a huge pickup for them in high school, man. This guy really and truly shined on a team for the first 2 years that really wasn't very good. And when he transferred to his second school at over there at Cedar Grove, that's really where he shined, man. With his all region selection, was one of the best offensive linemen, really and truly, in the state of Georgia. I think if he would have played at Cedar Grove his entire career, he probably would have been an upper 3-star prospect, in my opinion. But you see here in the highlights, man, extreme athleticism off the edge, keeps really good pad level, has a great burst and explosion coming off the ball. His hand placement is really, really good. His footwork has really improved, man. There's some high school highlights at the end of this where, just looking at the difference from these practice highlights at Chattanooga from high school, he has really taken a lot of steps forward. He does a great job with leverage. He's always in the right position, and where he playing at Rockdale High School, you see they ran like a weird offensive line set. He was always on the edge. They always ran like a stacked line, 3 offensive linemen on one side, and he was always on the outside, and it allowed him to work well with double teams, working to the second level. And that's where he really excels in the run blocking aspect of his game. Pass blocking, man, when you're as big as he is, if you got sound technique, you are a matchup nightmare for most defensive lineman. I think Christian Anderson has a lot of potential. He is getting to Alabama A&M a bit late. June, right now is June 17th. So we'll see. I think he'll be somewhat have a chance to get in the rotation this year. But when you're looking a little bit down the line next year, over the next 3 years, he's going to be someone that is immediately probably going to see the field and be one of the leaders of this offensive line. And I like everything about this kid. I think he has a lot of potential. I think Alabama A&M can use him, and just the size they added from the transfer portal this year, the experience, the talent. I think Alabama A&M is going to have one of the most improved offensive lines over these next few seasons. But when you look at Christian Anderson, what sticks out is his size. I think his physicality and also just his fundamentals as an offensive lineman are really there. I love the offensive coaches over there at Alabama A&M. I think they're going to be able to develop him, put him in great situations. And I know a lot of people like to get excited over FBS transfers, not necessarily FCS transfers or even transfers from the D2 level. But people forget, man, Chattanooga has a history of producing, recruiting, and developing really good offensive linemen. Cole Strange this year, first round pick for the New England Patriots coming out of Chattanooga, was a Senior Bowl selection, three-time All SoCon selection that came out of Chattanooga this year. Man, listen, Christian Anderson has a lot of potential. I think he's going to be one of the better offensive linemen for Alabama A&M, and this is a guy that I think is going to be an upgrade at the offensive tackle spot for Alabama A&M. But a huge pickup. Love the potential of this transfer for Alabama A&M. But you guys comment. What do you think about Christian Anderson heading to Alabama A&M from Chattanooga? Do you guys think he can be one of the five starters this year for Alabama A&M as they come into a new era at quarterback with Quincy Casey after Akil Glass's departure? Man, comment your thoughts below. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, head to our website now, thebluebloodspod.com, for all coverage throughout the FCS in terms of recruiting, previewing the 2022 season. And tune in next week. We're going to have a live reaction for our first inaugural All-American FCS All-American team for the preseason. So tune into that next week. But guys, have a great weekend. And until next time, the Blue Bloods are out.